Hey there, welcome to Moms with Mouse Ears, your guide to the magic. Today we're continuing our Walt Disney World transportation series, and this time we're talking about boat transportation. There's something really peaceful about traveling around Walt Disney World by boat. The breeze, the view, and the slower pace make it one of our favorite ways to get around. If you're planning a Disney trip, you've probably heard about the monorail and the Skyliner, both ways to get around. But did you also know that Disney has a full boat transportation in specific areas of the property? It's often overlooked, but for some routes, it is the best way to travel. There are three main types of boat transportation options at Walt Disney World. First, there's the ferries. These are the huge boats that can take a large amount of guests, especially between places like the Ticket and Transportation Center at Magic Kingdom. And if the monorail is packed, the ferry can be a great alternative. And then there are the friendship boats. These are a little bit smaller, they're one level, and these typically run between EPCOT and Hollywood Studios, and they connect to the resorts like the Boardwalk Inn, the Beach Club, and the Yacht Club, and even resorts like the Swan and Dolphin. So if you're staying in this EPCOT resort area, these friendship boats are a great way to get to the theme parks without having to walk all the way over there. And finally, there are some smaller resort boats and water taxis, and these serve different areas, especially around the Magic Kingdom, and there are some water taxis around the Disney Springs resort area as well too. So these three main waterways that we're going to be talking about have boats that serve them. There's the Seven Seas Lagoon area and the Magic Kingdom resort area, which connects to resorts like the Wilderness Lodge, Contemporary Resort, the Disney's Polynesian Resort, and the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. There's also the Crescent Lake area over by EPCOT that connects with Disney's Hollywood Studios and goes to resorts like the Beach Club and Yacht Club, which is one stop on that route, Boardwalk Inn, and the Swan and Dolphin resorts as well too. And then there's some small boats that run between Disney Springs and resorts like Saratoga Springs, Old Key West, and the Port Orleans resorts. Both Riverside and French Quarter have a stop. So these are really great ways to get back and forth, not only between these different locations like the theme parks or Disney Springs, but also to go see some different resorts as well too. And I love a relaxing afternoon just hanging out on the boats, soaking in the sun, and enjoying the breeze. It's a really relaxing way to enjoy Walt Disney World. So what are some of our reasons why we might take a boat instead of, say, a bus or a monorail? There's definitely a couple reasons. First, it's just a relaxing part. So this can be an activity and entertainment all in one. You get to sit back, enjoy the ride, and get some great views of Disney property at a more relaxed pace. And secondly, the boats most of the time tend to feel a little bit less crowded, and especially during busy times, you can only fill the boat so much, so it feels like you're not quite as packed in, especially compared to the buses, which can get quite full. And it's just a fun experience. There's something about being on the water that just makes it a part of the adventure, and it feels more like an activity than just transportation going back and forth. So here are a few things you should know before you hop on a Disney boat for transportation. First, always check the operating hours. Not all the boats run late into the night, especially the resort boats, so make sure that you know the times that they're going to be running between the locations that you want to use them to go between. Also, keep in mind, just like the Skyliner or the monorail, that weather can affect service, and even more so with the boats because they are out on the water. If there's lightning in the area, the boats won't run, and also if it's really super windy, that may be a consideration. And so with all those things in mind, have a backup plan. Boats are a great option, especially in the middle of the day if it's a really nice sunny day, but if you're in a hurry, a bus or the Skyliner might be faster depending on the time of day and how crowded it is. All that being said, boat transportation at Walt Disney World isn't just a way to get from point A to point B, it's an experience in itself. So whether you're crossing the Seven Seas Lagoon, cruising down the Sassagoula River, or gliding into EPCOT at sunset, it's a great way to slow down and enjoy a different side of Disney. This may even be a consideration of what resorts might work best for your family as well. If this would be high on your priority list to look at one of these resorts that has the boat transportation, check out our link down below to see which of those resorts may be the best fit for your family. That's it for this episode of our Disney transportation series. Check out those other videos and blogs about the Disney monorail and the Disney Skyliner if you have some more questions about those. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our Disney tips and reviews. Head over to momswithmouseears.com for more information and tips to get started on planning your time at Walt Disney World. Grab those mouse ears, let's get planning!